Guys, how are we? What is going down? So let's put me. I never know where to put me because I always feel like I look a little bit gauzy. So listen, I want to give you that little bit more value. I want to help you that little tiny bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting together a few different trainings that you can kind of refer back to whenever you need them. I'm going to be posting them inside the private Facebook group. When you need to look at them, if you need to re-look at them, if you need to pause them, start them, stop them, do whatever you like, they are there for you. So we're going to start, and you need to bear with me because this is the first time I have linked my iPad to my computer. So this, who knows which way this is going to go. So I want to talk about meditation. Now, listen, if you had have spoke to me 3 years ago, and you would have mentioned meditation, I would have probably laughed at you in your fucking face. I would have been like, get your heebie-jeebie woo-woo bullshit out of my fucking vicinity. And this is because I didn't understand it. And this is probably somewhere similar to where you are right now. When we talk about meditation, it generally kind of brings up thoughts, feelings, images of joysticks and Buddhas and people chanting and sitting cross-legged and all that kind of stuff. And listen, if that's what turns you on, if that's what floats your boat, if that's what gets you going, all power to you. However, I can't vibe with that. I can't get into that. So I'm going to talk to you about my little kind of take on what we're going to call modern meditation. Meditation for the modern man. Not that I know anything about not being a modern man because I'm only 43. So being a modern man, being an old-fashioned man, whatever. I'm a modern man with old-fashioned values. How does that slap you in your face? Cool. Listen. So first of all, open your mind a little tiny bit. Okay? Don't be judgmental. Don't bring your, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't bring your judgments to this training, okay? Be receptive. Think about listen to what I'm saying and implement it. Because one of the worst things that you can do is watch this training and then just fucking don't do anything about it. Watch this training and ignore everything that I say. And that's up to you. That's up to you. So modern meditation, why the fuck do we need to meditate? Why? What's it going to do? So we know that as modern men, as modern, busy, professional guys, life is stressful. Life is incredibly overwhelming. We don't ever really get the kind of chance to kind of clear our minds. Now, you may have tried meditation in the past. You may have listened to other people, and they will probably have kind of told you that you need to don't think of anything, clear your mind, think this, that, and the other. And first of all, you can't not think thoughts. You can't not think negative. You can't not think positive. You can't not think. Thoughts are always going to be there. It's what we do with those thoughts when they come in. That's the key. Now, you've probably tried it before. You've probably failed before. You've probably been a little bit overwhelmed by it. It's probably, as ridiculous as it sounds, it's probably stressed you out because you couldn't do it. Now, meditation stressing you out is the exact opposite of what it's supposed to do. So I can see why you probably just jibbed it and gone, fuck this, it's a load of bullshit. I can't do it. I remember I tried meditating, 3 years ago when I started to kind of think about maybe changing a few things in my own personal life. It's probably 4 or 5 years ago now, actually. I took my youngest son to school and I had Guns N' Roses on the way there and on the way back. So when I got home and I put, I think it was the Headspace app, when I put that on, listening to the headspace, but like the majority of my brain was singing Welcome to the Jungle dead loud. Now that kind of defeats the object. So what does meditation do for us? Now, this is where I am going to try and bring in my laptop. So we are looking at stress. We are looking at increased focus. We are looking at increasing, how can I explain this? Increasing your ability, changing your perception of events. You will find you will become less reactive to things. And we know that the time between an event happening and you reacting generally is a little bit too fast for most people. Most people are very reactive and they end up shouting, screaming, saying the wrong thing. Kids doing your head in, staff, colleagues doing your head in, you end up shouting and screaming at them. Once you've shouted and screamed, you kind of can't really get that back. You know, and in hindsight, you go, fuck me, I massively overreacted there. So if we can create some space in your brain, that is only going to be incredibly beneficial to us. And that's what meditation, if you allow it to, is going to help you do. So it's going to increase your tolerance to situations. My spelling is awful, by the way. You will probably notice a few times that I'm probably going to spell things the wrong way around. It's going to give you 10 or 20 minutes just to switch off. So it's going to give you a little bit of time to switch off. So that's the kind of benefits. That's why I believe that we should be kind of dedicating 10 to 20 minutes of our day to meditation. Now, like I said at the beginning of this training, meditation doesn't necessarily have to be all hum, hum, with like those little symbols on your fingers and joss sticks and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't have to kind of be like that. And I'm going to tell you how I do it. I implement box breathing techniques into my meditation because we spoke very briefly about thoughts coming in and it's kind of what you do with them. So that's because the thoughts are coming in thick and fast because you're not really doing anything. You're kind of sitting there, you're lying there, however you kind of want to do it. So I find box breathing, counting your breaths, incredibly effective at quietening the mind. So when we talk about box breathing, what we're going to do, we are going to have a 4-second inhalation. We are going to have a 4-second hold, a 4-second exhalation, and a 4-second hold. Can you see? It is a box. So we're going to go 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay. Once you get comfortable doing 4 seconds, push it up to 5 seconds. Once you get comfortable pushing 5 seconds, push it up to 6 seconds. So you're going to do 6 seconds in, 6 seconds hold, 6 seconds out, 6 seconds hold. So we're keeping that box formation. So we're going to go in through the nose. And repeat. You don't need to see me doing that for 5 minutes. You get the gist. So that is a way that we can kind of calm our minds and bring some breathing work into it. If we can oxygenate our body, it's only going to make us feel absolutely incredible. Now, personally, I do this for 15 minutes every single morning. You might just want to set your timer for 5 minutes tomorrow morning and do 5 minutes of box breathing. Depending on how you feel the most comfortable, you can lie down, you can sit up, you can have your eyes open, you can have your eyes closed, you can have a little bit of music on in the background. Personally, now I don't have any music on. I don't have anything kind of going on because I like to count my breaths. And it sounds all hippie and crazy, but I like to listen to birds tweeting, and I like to listen to my dog snoring, and I like to really kind of just almost disconnect from me and just really feel all the sounds and all this kind of stuff. Eyes open, eyes closed. It's completely up to you. Now, hopefully, this has given you a little bit of something to kind of to think about. Hopefully by now you're watching this training and you're going, I could do that. Because we're taking your current beliefs, your current thoughts around meditation, and we're kind of going, let's push that to the side and let's introduce this to you. So we're going to do some box breathing. 10 minutes, for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes. Trust me, this is a fantastic way for you to start your day. If this is your kind of your introduction to meditation, if we've spoke about it and you've kind of gone, fuck off, I ain't doing that, because you didn't really know what's kind of involved, trust me, try this tomorrow. Knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing. What do you have to lose? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Schedule some time tomorrow morning when you get up. Do 5 minutes. If you can do 10 minutes, do 10 minutes. If you can do 15 minutes, do 15 minutes. We'll talk about what happens next in another video. We'll start talking about introducing some positive affirmations. We'll start talking about things that you can do to kind of enhance your kind of sense of well-being in another video. However, I believe I have spoke for far too long as it is. Trust me, try it. Any questions, any problems at all, ask me. Enjoy the rest of your day.